boxes are heavy. There's the other one. Okay, with all the components in one place, I don't have anywhere to fucking open this thing. Okay, so what these are Smittybilt front and rear tube fenders for my Jeep. I've been waiting to do these fenders, front and rear, on my Jeep ever since I wanted to buy a Jeep. As soon as I wanted to buy a Jeep, I knew that these were the fenders that I wanted to do. They are on the cheaper end of the aftermarket Jeep parts, but I'm doing everything that I've wanted to do from the start. Haven't changed my mind. I'm going with it. I've just been on a standstill with the vehicle, and if I want to build it, I just got to start building it. I can't keep thinking about it. So let's see what these look like. So in here, I'm guessing all we got is just bolts to put these new ones on, and instructions. I've had Smittybilt stuff before. If you're missing a part, sticker, okay. And bolts and lock washers and an Allen key to do it. Alrighty. Ooh, I am so excited. Oh, these are so hot. Oh my god. Like a kid on Christmas, like I said. These are like, Smittybilt, yes, is a cheaper end of parts, but there is quality here. Like, the welds, probably not that good. Like, the line here with the tube and how the metal goes on it, probably could have been done better, but it's what I've always wanted. It's the exact fender flare, if that's what you would call it, that I've wanted ever since I bought my Jeep. Oh, I'm so excited. How come every time, you guys saw when I got my bumper too, the packaging is like destroyed? Like, do they just think Smittybilt's cheap and they just don't want to pay? Or do they have to check them? They might have had to check them at customs. Oh, yeah. Come on. Your home is not a box. They're all one. How do we get it out? There we go. Oh. 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 So what side is this? This is that side. So here it is. I'm so stoked. This video is probably gonna be fairly long because there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we gotta do. Okay, enough of me talking, enough of me unboxing these. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, I'm back, new day. I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna do for this is I'm just gonna time lapse. I'm taking these ones on and off both sides. These ones are really simple. You literally just unbolt your factory ones and the other ones come with hardware. Super easy. If I run into anything, I will let you guys know. But let's roll the time lapse, get these ones unbolted, bolt up those new Smittybilt ones. I'm excited. So I know this rot hole is really bad. I am gonna fix this soon. I don't know when, whenever I get time. Oh my god, that is horrendous. This will get fixed. I'm gonna just put the fenders over them because I just want to put these fenders on. I got this one bolted. There is one bolt that I'm not gonna put in because to get at it, I have to actually go through the hole that has developed here. And once we patch that, I won't be able to get that one out, so I'm just not gonna put it in. I'm pretty sure it's staying there. So we're gonna jump over to the other side, do the exact same thing. It was all pretty self-explanatory. The only thing was all these bolts, or nuts, whatever you call them, do mount up to the factory holes. You just have to drill them out a bit, and then there's one that you can't really see that's in there that I can't get at because we did this patch job, and I can get at it on the other side, but I don't see the point in me putting that in because when we do the patch job, I won't be able to get the fender off. I'm gonna go in and go to bed because I'm tired and this took forever and I got a ton of junk to clean up. But I'll see you guys in a sec when I do the front ones. I'm gonna do them in a couple of days. It'll be a couple of days for me, a second for you. But I was trailing a little while ago and I hit a tree. So this light's kind of shittered, so this is why I ended up getting my fenders, is because I hit a tree, so it like bunged up this flare, and it's about time for a refresh of this vehicle. So right now there is no poke, as much as you can see, with my snow tires on, but with my 33s I'm going to try and get as much offset rim, or as much of not an offset that I can get, so my tires don't poke, because it's not really legal where I live. But this hole is so bad. You can see it more now with the factory fenders off. I'll see you guys in a sec when we put these front ones on.
Day 2 of this whole fender thing. I've contracted a cold. No, it is not coronavirus. I just have a cold. I don't have symptoms of corona. Everyone relax. I watch videos on how to do these front fenders. They seem easy. I'm gonna try and get them done as best I can without any help, and if I do need some, my dad is literally just in the house. So I'm gonna start pulling this apart as I can, start taping it off, and we're gonna get to cutting and bolting, and hopefully we can get both of these fenders on tonight. Or today, I should say. I don't even know what time it is. So I can say that we're starting at 10:30. And the only thing is I don't have the little LED marker lights that go in the new fender. And I ordered those, so they'll be here soon, so I can hopefully just plug those in as soon as they get here. Let's get to cutting. Let's get to unbolting and masking. And let's get started. Oh my god, this thing's heavy. Ugh. so currently where we're at with this side is I cannot get these two, come on focus, these two fender bolts to come out. I've plastered them with honey goo and penetrating oil and everything, and I can't get it, so my dad's gonna help when he gets home. He's doing a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna try and do the other side and see if I can get that one off. And also, before I start, one thing I forgot to say is I couldn't get these hood latches to come out, so I had to order other ones because I gotta cut these ones off. And I just ordered factory ones because I like the look of the factory ones. I don't like all the aftermarket ones that they have, so I had to order factory hood latches. I'm also waiting for the marker lights that will end up on the inside of these tube fenders. So those are the two things that I'm waiting for, but I'm gonna start cutting this fender up. I don't know how much I've been able to film. I've just been kind of mounting the camera and filming. So we had an issue getting these bolts out. I'm hoping that I can just hammer these or do something with these. I don't know because like these broke off with when I was trying to get them out. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to get vice grips on them and twist them out. I gotta put it up in the air because I have to cut in here, but I can't get a grinder in there with the tire on. So I'm gonna do that. And hopefully I'm really tired and I'm just trying to get this done. Hopefully I can get these fenders on before the day's over. So it is very hard for me to show you guys these bolts that are up against the inside of this fender. But I don't even know, I can't even really show you guys. It's so hard to see, but they're basically butted up on the inside right up against this tub here. So I'm gonna get those out and then try and get the dead battery. Try and get the new one mounted up and see what we gotta cut to make it fit. So I'm pretty sure there is gonna have to be some trimming. Yeah, because there's a pipe right there. So I'm gonna trim it. Trim a lot. We'll see. Okay. Okay, so it's the second day of me trying to do this, and I've done a lot. I've completely torn this car apart. So let me explain a bit, because these fenders won't bolt up accordingly due to Canadian winters. I don't know if that's the reason or if I'm just stupid, but let me take you through what I've had to change. So I had a bolt break off in here, and there's two on the other side. So what I did is I went and bought bolts and lock washers. So what I'm gonna do is run it through here and tighten the fender on that way. And also, back here, how this fender bolts up with so that steel plate right there goes on here, but I can't get the base. This is what it bolts into, or these little stupid, I don't even know what you would call them. One already fell off. So what I'm gonna do is when I get the fender to where I want it, I'm gonna just drill through, whether it be where these holes are. Like I've tried cutting this wider and didn't work. So I'm just gonna drill holes through where I get it set, and then I'll be able to get my hand up in here with the fender on to put bolts on the back side of these. These are these little nutserts, or whatever you call them, that go on. Nutserts? Whatever they're called, that go on here that don't do worth a shit. So I'm gonna do all of this. I'm gonna drill out these holes, try and get the other ones drilled, and then hopefully get this mocked up, tightened down, and try and start drilling these bolts. This has been a task and a half, let me tell you that. So I don't really remember where we left off yesterday, but today, I wasn't filming it because I was just getting it done. I got these 3 bolts in, and I got the bolts, can you even see that, on the back side. So we had to drill these out. I showed you guys that yesterday. I got all the ones that are down in here that you guys can't see tight. There is a little bit of a body line like bump, I guess you could call. And there's this little one down here where these don't line up. And I don't know why it bugs me, but it bugs me the slightest bit. I'm not gonna, like, I might mess with it a little bit. And I also got all of these 4 bolts down here in. They're all loose, but I got them in with a nut on the back. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try and get my wrench up in there where I got the nut on and tighten them all down. Everything else is tight, it's just those 4 bolts I got left to do, and then I gotta drill these 4 holes, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. These 5 holes on the top, and then this side is done. And I'm safe to say that it's on there pretty good. So I'm going to explain a couple issues that I had with this, putting it back together. So you guys know I had to drill these bolts in the grill out because they broke off in there and it just wasn't fun. I did have, can I even show you guys? Yeah, so right where these rivets come through, I guess that's what they're called, all these. If you know TJ's, they have that double plate with foam in them and it kind of sucked some of these up kind of into that. It's not that big of a deal. And then a couple of these bolts at the back here, I couldn't get 100% tight, but I'm pretty sure that this isn't going anywhere. So I'm gonna go onto this side now, do the same thing, jack it up, get this tire off, cut down there, and maybe I can get this one done today too. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of confident in myself since I did this one. It looks pretty sick. I've watched some videos on how to wire in. I got these LED turn signals. I watched a video on how to wire them in because they just in there. And it's kind of difficult, so that might be a thing I might get my dad to do. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm gonna get going on this side now. When taking off these back bolts, I broke 1 and I broke 2. So I'm thinking that I don't need to worry about it because, well, it depends if there's a body line issue. I don't think I'll need to worry about it because there's gonna be 2 in there. There's gonna be 4 in this back plate. and there's gonna be the 3 in the grill. So I don't think it'd be that big of a deal if I didn't have 2 out of, if there's supposed to be 11 and I only have 9, I think that's okay. One thing I am gonna say, if you guys are watching this video as like a guide on how to do this, when you're cutting this one, be careful of whatever this is. On the video that I watched, apparently what this is like everything that tells your vehicle to run. So don't hit that with the grinder. I'm gonna get all this stuff out of here and then test fit that fender. Ooh. That's what I was worried about. Ooh. So I gotta take more off here. Okay, first off, I'm very sorry about not filming as much of this project that I've wanted to. The only thing that I'm waiting on right now, I got this fender on. My dad got the LED marker lights wired up. Another thing is I just gotta get a different relay so they don't blink as fast. Not that big of a deal. Waiting for my hood latches, but other than that, it is done. So one of the issues I had, if you guys know how these fenders work, in here there's 4 bolts that go right into the tub that you have to reach around and get in. 2 of them broke, so I'm only running 2 right now, and they were a pain to get on. And when you cut up the factory fender, it's basically the steel that holds the battery, and it's the same thing on the other side. I guess it's just bracing, and that is what the factory fender bolts to. Now this side, I ended up having to get a nut on the other side, since those nut certs I talked about it were, I don't know what they're called, but they were messed up. So I was able to get nuts on the back side of that and bolt them up that way. But on the other side, it didn't line up. So it's just through the tin on the fender, on the factory fender. So it's not through that steel rigidity box that's here. I don't know why it's what it is, but I can pull on this as much as I want, and I'm confident that it's not gonna get messed up. I think that this thing looks really dope. This is kind of the vision that I've wanted ever since I bought this Jeep. Other than my 33s not being on, this is where I've wanted it. XRC front bumper, XRC fenders, front and rear, and I did want to get a rear bumper with tire carrier, but I'm not worrying about that right now. Right now I'm living day by day because of this coronavirus, which is crazy. But that is all that I have for you guys. I'm gonna pull this thing out once I get my hood latches. They should be coming in today, so I'll install those really quickly. I'll get some B-roll shots, and then I guess we'll call the video there. And I don't know what the next video is gonna be, because I don't know if we're gonna be in self-quarantine for 14 days or however long it's gonna be. Like, this whole virus is absolutely crazy. Well guys, that is all that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I somewhat edited it so it was entertaining. It was very difficult for me to film because nothing was working, and it was bugging me because I just wanted it done. We got it done. I'm so stoked on the look of that thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like the new look of the Jeep, and I'll see you guys next time. Boosh!